Hi everybody, just wanted to share with you today my recent purchase of my MAC Pro palette with the 15 insert. It took forever to receive this because it was constantly out of stock, at least where I am. So I finally did a depotting of all my eyeshadows. And for anyone who's interested, this is just a very basic, lots of neutrals in my palette, as you can see. But for anyone who wants to know the colors, the first one is Brûlée, followed by rice paper, and this one is bisque. A little bit more on the pink side than the Brûlée, even though the camera doesn't pick that up very well, sorry about that. After that it's, oh my god, I forgot. Omega, I don't know how I forgot that. Anyway, Omega, and the one on the end is cork. Then you have all that glitters, beautiful, nice, super easy to blend. It's a beautiful rose gold finish, that's how I see it anyways. Then you have Woodwink, the same type of finish, that velvety volux pearl. You have great payoff. It's almost like these colors anybody could wear, I'm sure. The one in the middle is Tempting, and that is a beautiful warm brown with nice gold undertones. The only thing, it's a luster finish, and for myself I always find that I get a lot of fallout when I use it. So if I don't pleat up a tissue and put it under my eye while I'm applying, I will have a bunch of this on my cheek. I guess if I didn't do my foundation first, I'd be okay, it would dust off a lot easier, but I tend to always do my foundation first, so if I don't do the tissue, it's going to be a big hot mess, but it's such a gorgeous color, I still like to use it. The one after that is Mulch, and it's a little bit more on the red-brown side, but it's gorgeous. I think that, you know, you can wear that any time of the year, but you feel even a bit more at this time when the leaves are turning and you start, you know, thinking about those nice warmer colors. At the end is Satin Taupe. I think that and Rice Paper were probably my first two eyeshadows that I ever bought from MAC. Sorry, my nose is itchy. The one on the bottom, that's Espresso, and underneath that is Brun. For me, I use this like most people would use Carbon. I do have Carbon and I never use it. It doesn't sit well on me for whatever reason. I feel like it always smudges and bleeds out, and I don't know, and even if I use the lightest hand and I put it over liner, for some reason it doesn't work for me. I'm gonna definitely got to give that one away. The one beside that is Green Smoke, and that's the same finish as the Tempting, and it's a beautiful color. There's like two shades in it. I find it's really nice. There's some silver in with that green, and it's definitely on the cooler side. But you have that same problem. I think it's because it has that same finish, that luster finish. The one after that is really one of probably my favorite, the Sumptuous Olive. It's such a beautiful green, and you blend that one out and you get that nice warm, it can fade into almost like a warm shade of brown can come out after you keep blending it. Really, really nice. And at the end, another great color for fall is Humid. I mean, it's great any time of year, but for some reason, those are more the type of colors that you think of when, you know, the seasons change and you put on darker colors. And so now that I have the palette, I'll definitely, you know, feel like I'll get more use out of my eyeshadows when they're all individual, even though it's convenient if you're traveling and you just throw them in your bag, and it's less likely like this. You got to be a little bit more cautious when you're traveling not to drop it or so on, but you will use your colors a lot more. The only two that I have that are not depotted is this purple. It's a gorgeous purple. It's the same Volux Pearl finish, so you get it's a nice creamy, you know, shimmery finish to it. This one is Satellite Dreams, and the other one is from a collection. It's one of the Extra Dimension shadows. Nice warm brown too. This one is in, the color is Havana. And then I guess because it was not, you know, like in my regular stuff, I wasn't using it as much, but definitely got to start using that again. And the only eyeshadow that I've ever done a repurchase on, and this is Brûlée, and it is really right to the rim, so that'll go in the bag for the back to MAC. probably try lipsticks, you know, this time, because normally I'm big into the lip glosses. Not really a lipstick person. The only MAC lipstick I ever had was this one from a collection, was the summer of 2012, I think, the Sailor collection, and I just scooped out what was left and put it in a little pot to use with a lip brush. Was mostly, the color was To Catch a Sailor, so it was just very gold, you know, it was something to mix with other colors, not really to wear alone. And last but not least is this, sorry about that, it's because white is not showing up very well. It is the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray Oil Control, and I have definitely more oily complexion, especially through the T-zone, and so I wanted something that when I'm going to be putting on my makeup and be out all day and maybe into the evening and I don't want to haul a lot of stuff with me, I wanted to try something that would help my makeup last. And so far this does seem to work. They tell you to give it a good shake and then do, you know, plus sign and then do an X across to give good coverage and let that dry. And it does keep your makeup on all day. I really found that it did last. The only negative that I find is that you do feel something on your face. You feel a little bit of, I don't know, you can just feel there's something there. After a while you ignore it, but it, you know, it does hold the makeup on. And the first time that I tried it, because I could feel it, I thought, oh, I was a little bit concerned, is this going to break me out? Because, you know, there's that little sensation that there's something there more than just your powders and, you know, you and your foundation. If you touch your face, you can normally feel, you know, you have makeup on, but it's not something that I'm not aware of the makeup that I have on. But when I had this on, you do feel it, but it does hold your makeup in place. So it's not an everyday thing, but when you're going to be out, I would say give it a shot if you want something to hold your makeup on. Enough rambling about that. Oh, last but not least was the thing I did a little video on recently, the glycolic acid 10% hydrating gel by Peter Thomas Roth. And I feel like I'm getting somewhere with this. The reason I say that, I didn't do any like before and after photos with no makeup on for the pigmentation, but I find that when I'm using my concealer, I feel like I'm using less concealer to hide those areas. So that gives me the feeling that it's starting to lighten up. As I realized that the other day, normally I'd have to go back in and then touch up some more, and I felt like my first application seemed to be enough. So I think I'm making a little bit of headway in lightening. Nothing takes, you know, gets rid of it completely. Not that I know of, unless you're doing the laser, and I haven't taken that step yet, partly because of the cost, and the other thing is you do have a little bit of, I know some people who have done it, and you end up, once the laser kills off those pigmentation, they'll come to the surface, and you sort of have that time where it will look like you have a bit of a soot on your face, and then you have to go for different peels and to really get rid of it and then go back again. So you're in for, I don't know, at least $500-600 a treatment, then plus if you're going to do any type of exfoliation treatment after that, you're going to be getting close to $1,500, $2,000 at least. So I haven't been willing to take that step yet. I'm just going to try on my own with different products and maybe invest in some better concealers. But anyways, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.